So I got the old F250 home. Been working on her a little bit. And when I drove home, it was like a, I don't know, it drove like I was standing on a rocking chair. It was all over the place. So I thought, okay, maybe it's the front wheel bearings. But I was just kind of ferrying it home, just hoping it got home. But I think this is my problem. This tire looks a little low. Let's do a little air pressure check on it and see what we're looking at. It's supposed to have 80 pounds of pressure in it, according to the tire. All right, let's give it a little air pressure check here. What? Is this thing even working? Oh man, it's not even registering. It's not even pushing the thing out. So let's put some air in the tires here. Let's see, is this gauge even working? Oh, we got it to move now. We got about a little under 20 pounds in there now. Oh, this thing's gonna be ready for jumps. And there's the air compressor. I really like that these don't have any of those valve stem caps. It makes it way more efficient. Okay, 80 pounds right there. All right, so we're back here at the driver's side rear tire. For those of you in England, that is the left side of the vehicle, is the driver's side. Okay, check this one. Holy cow, this one only has about 28 pounds of air pressure in it. This is proof that old Ford F250s can make it home with no air in the tires. Okay, back, driver's side tire, and we are getting some air put in it. Man, I cannot believe the two left sides were basically flat. 28 pounds, 25 pounds in this one. The other one wasn't even making the measuring lopstick work. Well, this is turning out to be a lot of fun. My air compressor stopped working, and I think it's because it got hot. Piece of garbage. I gotta get a better air compressor. This thing is a Husky I picked up at I think I bought it at Lowe's, and I bought it years ago, but it's always having problems. I almost threw it away because it wouldn't compress air, so I rebuilt the seals, and then it started working again, but now it likes to overheat. Oh, well, now it's gonna work again. Okay. Well, I pulled out the emergency air compressor. You know, this thing, I was gonna use this. That I picked this up at I think AutoZone a while back, just for emergencies. But you know, of course, I plugged it into the old girl here inside the old cancer stick lighter, and of course. Of course it didn't work, because nothing works on the dashboard. But it still starts. Well, I guess I should give it some gas, but that's too far away. All right, let's keep going with these tires here. You helping, bud? Well, I'll get back to you when they're all filled up. So while we're waiting for the air compressor circuit breaker to reset, may take up to 20 minutes. All right, anyway. So the tire pressures were pretty low. We had about 0 pounds of pressure in the front left. Front right, we had 24 pounds. The back, we had probably 24 and about 28. So really all tires were pretty low. No wonder why it it drove so bad on the way home. So what are my plans for this truck? You know, I added everything up and I came to about $7,000 in work it needs done to get it back. So I'm just going to take one thing at a time. First of all, let's just get it street legal and running right. So I've ordered some of those off that Carpenter's website for Fords. So I got those coming. I've ordered some stuff off eBay. And then I've got some holes I need to fill in the roof. You can see someone did a Bondo job up here. Right here. So I'm going to be stripping all the Bondo off, and there's some holes from an old CB antenna on top. And I'm going to be welding those up also. So I'll take you guys along for the ride. You can watch me light it on fire and melt it down, or maybe actually make something happen with it. Now I was going to clear coat this, and it's got a really nice kind of, you know, patina to it, but obviously the doors, I don't think these are the original doors. I think these were off a white truck, but both doors are white. But the jambs, nah, something's different here. And that has been, yeah, I think this is off a different truck. But it's complete pretty much. I got to order some bottom chrome pieces. I'm not sure where to get the Camper Special chrome piece for the toolbox on the other side, but I'll figure it out. Like I was saying, I was gonna just sand it down and put a clear coat on it, but I'm not sure I want to do that anymore. It's so rough. I don't know. It'd almost be easier to take it down and start over. Take it over and prime it and build it back up. Tailgate and bed. Tailgate's in nice shape. Well, there we go. The truck's pretty straight. It doesn't really have that many dents. It's just been neglected. Got a few holes to fill here and there. Here's where the original badge went that said Camper Special. I'll put those back on eventually. And someone tried to seal the seam with a big sloppy bead of caulking. So that's going to have to come off and repaired. Someone tried to do some seam work up here. And there's a little hole here, so all that's going to have to be repaired. So I'm going to be busting out my welding equipment. And I'm not fancy like the other guys. Do all the MIG and TIG welding. I'm old school. All I have is acetylene tanks, and that's what I learned to weld on. I learned how to arc weld and learned how to oxyacetylene weld. And I'm not familiar with the TIG and MIG. I guess it wouldn't be that hard to learn, but I've got my setup. It works for me, and I'll make it work on this truck. Bumpers are in real nice shape. So you see the truck's pretty darn straight. It's got a few issues, but nothing, you know, nothing huge. So like I was saying, this lock does work. The other side does not work. So I've ordered a new set of key locks for it too. And this one looks like it's been hit with a screwdriver one too many times. So the next focus is on the inside. I'm going to get it running right. I'm going to get it moving down the road legally. It hasn't been registered since 2016. And then we're going to focus on the inside first. We're going to get the seat redone. We're going to repaint the inside. We're going to make a new headliner, and I've got some ideas for some custom lighting for up here too. But first we got to weld the hood, because just take this thing out of there. That thing's seen a better day. Here, you want this? No, I wouldn't want it either. Don't sniff that. Got some holes up here. What happens is they tried to patch a hole here. Yeah, that's a great patch job right there. Anyway, I gotta hit that before the rain comes. We'll be replacing this window, get a better steering wheel than this prison brake looking steering wheel. Fix the horn. Gonna be a fun ride. we're going to make it roadworthy. We're going to fix everything wrong with it first, and then we'll go through and refurbish everything, starting with the cab. But first thing we got to do is get it legal. So we got to get registered. I think one of the first things I need to do too is get that cigarette lighter powered up too, because if you can't charge your phone while you're driving, what's the use of talking on the phone and driving? Get the window washed up. At least we have a window now. And we got 80 pounds of pressure in each tire. Change this light bulb out too before the new stuff comes. Man, that's tough. How do you bust out both of them? Oh, that one is that one's already out of there, so that saves us a little bit of. So let's see if these work. Let's pull these and run down to the auto parts store and get some bulbs. Try to do this without cutting my hand up. And yeah, that's not gonna work. I got myself a 90-degree pincher gripper, and yeah, okay, well, we won't do that. How the hell do you, okay, well, the 90-degree pincher gripper is not working, so we're going to use the 0-degree pincher gripper and stick it in there. Oh, we got it. Look at that. Pulling out like pulling a blackhead out of your nose.